Hello everyone. Today we're going to be making a color wheel in our sketchbooks. I thought since we have our painting studio open that it would be a good time to practice mixing our own colors because that's what you will be doing a lot of in the paint studio. And to do that, it's a very helpful tool to have a color wheel to reference so that you know what you're doing and how to mix your colors. So you're first going to start off by drawing a triangle, and then you're going to draw circles at each of the points. Now in the trays at your table you will find three colors, red, blue, and yellow. These three colors are also known as the three primary colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to take an oil pastel. We're going to color in each circle with one primary color. They're called primaries because there are no colors that you can mix together to get these colors. They are what they are. There. Now I have my three primary colors. Next, I'm going to be drawing circles in between them for my three secondary colors. When you mix two primaries together, you get a secondary. So I'm going to find the circle between my yellow and my red, which is right here. Those are the two colors that are going to be going in that circle. Now I'm always going to start off with my lightest color. It's a lot easier to make a color darker than it is to make it lighter. So you always want to start with the lightest color so that it doesn't get too dark too fast. So I'm going to start off with my yellow, add a little bit of red to it, take a finger and smear it. Tissue kind of works too, but it just rubs off the top layer of oil pastel a little bit too much. Now I'm going to find the circle between my blue and my yellow right here, and guess what's going in that circle? Blue and yellow. So I'm going to start off with which color? Yellow or blue? The yellow. It's lighter. Blue is also a really strong pigment and it can overpower your mixture sometimes. So you always want to save blue for last whenever you're color mixing. Blend. It's a little bit too yellowy for what I think it should be, so I'm just going to add a little bit more blue. Mix it. We have green. Now I'm going to move down here. We have blue and red. So in this circle we're going to mix blue and red. Now, like I said before, blue you always want to save for last if you're mixing, so in this case we need to do the red first, and again leave the blue for last because it is a strong pigment. And then we should get a violet or purple color. And there we are. So now one trick as well is our complementary colors. Complementary colors are the colors that are across from each other on the color wheel. Right now I want you to draw a circle in the middle, and you're going to add all three primary colors together. And this is the color that you're going to get when you mix two complementary colors together. Mix it, and you should get a brown color in the middle. That's what happens when you mix those three colors together. So if you're mixing complementary colors together, you will get a brown. Now, since this is a more advanced color wheel demonstration, you will also be doing tertiary or intermediate colors. So I would like you to draw circles in between the circles you already have. So a tertiary or intermediate color is what happens when you mix a primary and a secondary color together. So if I'm starting up at the top, I mix yellow and orange together. That means I'm going to have a lot of yellow and only a teeny tiny bit of red, because yellow is what that circle is closest to. A little bit of red, and you should get a yellow-orange. It looks almost the same as this one, so I might want to add a little bit more yellow and maybe just a little bit more red over on this one. You want it to kind of, the color to gradually change around the color wheel. Now I'll move down here. Even though I'm going to be using more red on this one, I still am going to start with the yellow. There we go. Now I'll go down here, red and violet. So a lot of red, because that's the primary color that it's closest to. A little bit of blue, and you'll get a red-violet. Over here, do some red, maybe not as much, and then a lot of blue on top. You'll get a blue-violet. Now I'll go over here. what colors? Blue and green, right? So some yellow. And I'll need quite a bit more blue in this one. Get like an aqua or a teal color. My fingers are a little bit dirty and there's red oil pastel in here, so it's not turning the exact color I want. But it should be like a teal kind of color. Finally, yellow and green together will get you a yellow-green. So a lot of yellow and the smallest bit of blue you can imagine. If you want to label it, that's fine. Yellow, blue, red, violet, orange, green, and then yellow, green, blue, violet, red, orange, and yellow, orange. So hopefully this will help you when you're making your own color creations when in the paint studio, and that way you can figure out what colors you need. If you need blue-green, then you know that it's a lot of blue and only a little bit of yellow. Same thing for the rest of the colors. So hopefully this helps, and I look forward to your paintings.